I'm in this, I guess while I'm in this truth-telling mood here, listen, man, listen, you guys know about the long-standing feud with myself and O'Shea. As far as I'm concerned, that's over. That's over. I'm not taking any more shots at O'Shea. Listen, O'Shea's a solid guy. You know, he makes great content. Listen, we're not going to be on each other's Christmas card list, that's for sure. But at the end of the day, for me, it would be disingenuous of me not to acknowledge that he is one of many rungs on my ladder to success, right? I'd have got here with or without him, but, being on his show certainly didn't hurt. In a lot of ways, it did help. So, and I mean, listen, O'Shea has had nothing but glowing remarks to say about me. And listen, if he's going to be the bigger man, then I'm going to be the bigger man too. Sometimes I can be a little bit emotionally immature, as I have been known to be in the past. As I adjust my camera here on the fly, didn't adjust that one. But as far as I'm concerned, man, I'm cool with O'Shea. I mean, like I said, we're not going to send each other Christmas cards, but I no longer dislike the guy. This happened a year and a half ago. It is what it is. We both have moved on to bigger and better things. It's just time to squash this. I'm not doing that anymore. Merciless $5 says that it's sad because you stated the Manosphere would begin to implode at some point. Sad to see that happen between Steve and Solo. Listen, guys, listen. I've been saying this for the last 6 months. The Manosphere is there's already cannibalization. Womanists don't have to talk about us anymore, okay? They just don't. More guys in the, and I'm calling everybody out. Anthony Johnson, all he does lately is talk about Rollo Tomasi. It's ridiculous, right? Anthony, love you to death. You're a smart guy, but dude, enough is enough, man. Okay, Rollo wronged you, whatever you think happened. Dude, enough. You're not Donald fucking Trump. You know what I mean? So at some point, you got to act like a professional, Anthony has a great brand. He's got a great product, but to me, he's f***ing it up with all of this, and listen, I'm as guilty as anybody. But the lengths that he has gone to humiliate Rollo, it's gotten sophomoric, and it's almost starting to make him look like a joke, And Anthony's smarter than that. He's a lot better than that. Stop that. So we got all these guys talking about one another, even MLD. I had to talk to him about that because he made a hit video on Joker. I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? Same team, guys. Same team. At some point, man, and again, dude, I had the whole O'Shea and Obsidian thing. I'm not going to sit here and act like I wasn't a part of it, but enough's enough. Enough's enough. This is called the Manosphere. And everybody seems intent. We want to vanquish feminism and we want to make women great again. How are we going to do that talking shit about the Godfather all the goddamn time? At some point, you can only tell so many fraud father jokes. For serious, man. Again, listen, man, coming correct and coming clean. I've made some bad decisions in life. I've been emotionally immature. Dude, I'm 43. It's time for me to be over with the O'Shea Obsidian. Listen, O'Shea, Obsidian, I got no problem with you anymore. You guys make good content. You guys are smart guys. Enough is enough. The Manosphere is going to implode because more men talk about men in the Manosphere than women do. That's the problem. This is why this men's community is stagnated, because all we do is go after each other now. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's got to stop. It really does have to stop. Dude, I mean, I could call out some other guys. I'm not trying to do all that, but dude, it's just getting to the point where I don't even know if we're on the same team anymore. I really don't. And it's getting old. Red Pill Mike with the $100 super chat says the Manosphere will self-destruct as long as there continues to be infighting. I'm glad you are being an advocate against it. I've seen guys call into CGA's show and try to slam Kevin Samuels, and it makes my blood boil. Sometimes the supporters can be a major problem. Exactly. Why are we calling? I don't know, man. Is it and honestly, is it something I'm missing? I will never understand why men tune in to a men's community channel to call in and talk trash about somebody else in the men's community. And again, I understand there are some minor fundamental disagreements, but at the end of the day, I thought we were all on the same side. Like, that's what I thought. I mean, listen, somebody send me the memo. Maybe I missed something. But it just appears that dude, Richard Cooper and Coach Greg Adams going back and forth. Like, what's that about? Like, what are we doing? Like, everybody has a mortal enemy. I'm not going to say who it was. I asked somebody, I reached out to somebody, hey, would you like to make an appearance on the 7? We're going to talk about X, Y, and Z. You know what this dude said to me? Well, it depends on who you have on the panel. Well, apparently one of my panelists is on the no list. I'm like, dude, you got to be kidding me with this. You got to be kidding me with this. I'm going to reach out to Alpha Male Strategies to see if he wants to be a guest on the 7. So now I'm going to have to talk to Lucario. Hey, Lucario, are you cool with being on the same panel as AMS? Guys, this has to stop. Like, this has to stop. It's just, I mean, oh yeah, this is why womanism is, well, hell, womanism's never going to fall apart because they've got outside forces, but like, these men's community, the Manosphere is dude, it's going to be non-existent. I'm telling you, inside of 2 years, it's going to be non-existent. It's the same thing that happened to the Black Manosphere. There is no Black Manosphere anymore, guys. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's gone. It's devoured itself. Because all they did was nigga shit. That was it. So now it's no more. There is no Black Manosphere anymore. The White Manosphere is headed down that same path. You can be rest assured. I saw it happen on the black side. The same things are happening here. Tricky Trini wants to know the conference is still on, right? Yeah, the conference is still on. Yeah. I'm not inviting anybody who has a problem with anybody coming. Well, if XYZ person is going to be, okay, fine, then I'm going to rescind your offer. I'm not playing those games. I'm not doing that. Not doing that, man. I'm just sick and tired of having to, okay, it's like I got a chart, like, okay, I can't have this guy on because this guy is a pro. No, I'm not doing it. I don't care. I don't care. I just don't care. It was funny. I was actually trying to get like a small group of people to come to the conference, and their ringleader got on a Zoom meeting with me, and he didn't think I was serious. And it was very like, it was pretty insulting. So when I show that son of a bitch what's really up, then he'll know exactly. It's going to be like an up yours type of deal. Like, it's just, I don't understand why it. Dude, there was one guy who tried to get me kicked off the Red Man group early on. I'm like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? Bramblebush says, it's the competitive nature of men. It's natural. No, it's not. That is not the competitive nature of men. That has nothing to do with getting involved in petty. There's nothing natural about that. I don't care what anybody says. Like, dude, okay, so somebody wrong, and again, I'm as guilty as anybody for falling into this. I'm done with it, man. Because I saw how stupid I looked, I saw how ignorant I looked, and now I'm looking around, and there are other guys who are looking exactly the same way. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Stupid, man. It's stupid. Listen, I'm calling myself out along with everybody else. It's time for people to, and I'm in a chat group with several groups of men, and this was like 3 months ago, I said, guys, what are we doing? Like, we're talking to one another, and then one of them said, listen, man, it's blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all right, dude, you missed. I'm going to align with people who aren't going to talk about other people. Dude, Steve the Dean talked about Myron all the goddamn time. I don't know what his problem is with him. Anthony Johnson's always talking about Rolo. Like, dude, like, I mean, like, were you guys ex-lovers? Like, what the Like, enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. But it just seems that there are more of those guys now than there are guys like everybody else. And we're all falling into the same nonsense. It's ridiculous. Ariston Edwards, $5. Says it seems that men are letting their feelings take them off of the mission at hand. We can all do better as men. Thank you for speaking up about this. Yeah, listen, I was essentially raised by a single mom, and this is why I can sometimes be quick to emotion. This is just how it is, man. It's how it is. You have to be, like, you have to be aware. You have to be cognizant of this stuff, man. You got to be self-aware enough to say, okay, I'm acting like a woman right now, so let's cool this off. Let's just go ahead and cool this off. O'Shea, me and you are cool. I have the utmost respect for you. I regret every terrible thing I said about you, and that's real. I'm just going to squash it right there. So it is what it is. Ed Lattimore, $20, says that this needed to be said. Kudos for stepping up and being the first one to call this stuff out. Appreciate that, Ed. King Life, $5. with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. MLD says, what exactly, Ed? I just popped in. Yeah, John. I was telling everyone about the fact that I disagreed vehemently with the hit piece you did on Joker. Like, I love MLD, but again, we don't need to be talking about other content creators. You and I had that conversation. Get thousands of hours of content not found anywhere on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Link in description.